Are these newfangled things any good?
Samurai Riot by French indie developer Waco Factory is a story-led, side-scrolling beat-em-up with both single and co-op options available. My NSUKP co-host Mike and I sat down on the couch to play this game together because, well, let's face it, co-op games are always much better when you play them together rather than trying to do them solo. So let's jump in and see what we thought of the game. Our initial impressions were that the game looked quite pretty, animations are slick, and the 60 frames per second is visibly noticeable. The backgrounds create a suitable sense of location and emotion and are generally pretty enough. Mike did make the comment that the characters did look a little bit Flash driven, and I see what he means. The animation style that's been chosen works quite well, but it does have a flatness that, if it's executed correctly, can look beautiful. If it's done badly, can just look a little bit early 2000s Flash, and there was something about that in this game. Maybe that was a deliberate design choice. Who am I to judge? You have a choice of two characters, one male and one female. Other than the aesthetic differences, the male character carries a katana and therefore makes much better ranged combat, and surprisingly a lot easier to get some combos in there. The female character is much more of an up-close brawler, who's accompanied by a fox that she can unleash on her foes. You can further customise your play experience by selecting what I'm going to call a feature set that adjusts your character's speed, strength attributes, things like that, and it also changes your special moves. Once we got into the game, we quickly understood the story-driven nature of it. Narrative is important, and as you progress through, you get to make choices, which influence the course of the story, and ultimately lead to one of 8 different endings. We particularly enjoyed the scenario where we picked opposing choices and had to battle each other to decide which path to take. That said, we did notice a bit of a glitch that confused us. After one decision-making battle, my character won, but the dialogue seemed to suggest that Mike's had, and that just confused us entirely. We continued down my choice of path regardless, but yeah, caused us to scratch our heads a little bit. We are aware that some people have also reported frustrating glitches and bugs with this game, but we have to say, other than that little dialogue oddity, we didn't come across any such issues in our playthroughs. After a few levels of play, we quickly found that the game lacked much variety. We saw the same enemies over and over again, our arsenal of moves didn't change, and it all became, even the animations began to grate a little as the characters inched their way backwards and forwards across the screen in an awkward sort of shuffle. Having said that, you can also make them run across the level by double tapping in a direction, and that did feel pretty cool. Ultimately, both of us felt that the game was fine. You carve your way through waves of enemies, level after level, creating little combos. None of them are spectacularly big or long. To get gold, all you got to do is hit a character 6 or 7 times in a row, and that gets you to the top rank for your combo. It's just not engaging. We didn't feel any strong compulsion to keep going. We mostly pressed ahead because we had a review to create. Interestingly, after we'd played through that, we then played a little bit of Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, and we instantly both went, yes, this is how it should be. It was just fun. I can't tell you exactly what is missing from Samurai Riot, just that something is. The speed of the game is a little bit slow. The position of the characters on the screen just has to be a bit more accurate, which just reduces the fun. And ultimately, it just lacked the variety and the flair that was needed. And what they've created is a fine game. It's a little bit mediocre. As I say, it's not bad. It's just not great. Would we recommend this game? In all honesty, probably not. If you're bored and you've played every beat 'em up that's out there and you just want something to, hack and slash your way through, by all means give it a look, but it's just not one that we think is going to be floating anybody's boat anytime soon.